Welcome back. If you're watching this video, it means that you've arrived at a decision as to your initial direction as you join the ASEA business community. As I stated earlier, there is no wrong choice here. And no matter what you choose at the beginning, your results will largely be determined by what you do from here on in. What we aim to do is to line you up for the easiest path to the success level you've already chosen you want to achieve. We know that path because we've been doing this for a long time. With that in mind, let's go to the next step. I want to give you some more distinctions. After watching the previous video, you have decided that you would like to work towards a full-time income with ASEA, replacing your current work, initially aiming for an income of between $3,000 and $10,000 per month, which will allow you to obviously get the product for free, work from home, and have a freedom that you may have never experienced. Bravo. By doing this, you are empowering yourself to move away from the typical work-life model and create new possibilities for health, wealth, and freedom into the future. So what's next? You're ready to register as an ASEA associate with your introducer, and part of that process is to purchase an enrollment pack. This is an initial product order that you place with ASEA to get your business started and off the ground. ASEA has 3 enrollment pack levels. They are personal packs, business packs, and entrepreneur packs. As you've decided you want to work toward a full-time income with ASEA as your initial goal, the somewhat logical choice would be for you to buy a business pack. The total outlay for this choice is around 900 Australian dollars. In ASEA, we are not salespeople. What we do is share powerful ideas. In this case, a cutting-edge health technology and a business model that we like and we use ourselves. And our power to influence others comes not from learning some slick sales technique, but rather by the power of our authentic example. We let our example speak so loudly that it is super easy for the next person to follow us. So you could say that this is essentially a monkey see, monkey do business. Whatever you do in the business will become an example, a template in a way for those that come after you. And they will often look to your example as a lead to what they should do. So in a nutshell, the principle is this. While we can't say what percentage of people will do what you do, your posture or your ability to influence will definitely be capped at the level of your financial commitment. So while choosing the business pack is totally logical for you, given your stated goals, we want you to know that if you stretch yourself a little to get the entrepreneur pack at around about $2,600, the likelihood is that others will follow your example. And the authentic personal power you will have to recommend the entrepreneur pack means that your business gets a whole lot more profitable when those that come after you do what you do. And I promise you, this does happen more often than you might think. And you know what? When your growing team is joined by even a small number of new associates purchasing the business pack or the entrepreneur pack, the result is that everybody gets paid more for the same amount of work. In short, that's better leverage, which equates to it being easier to generate income, whatever your goal is. I want to be really transparent with you and let you know that in the early days of ASEA, we were confused. Obviously, there's more leverage with a larger enrollment pack, if only because it's the only time that ASEA products are effectively greatly discounted. This discount actually shows up as extra sample tubes of Renew 28, loyalty reward points that can be redeemed for product, and in the case of the Entrepreneur Pack, free associate registration as well. So we couldn't understand why 90% of new enrollees were buying just the personal pack. And then it dawned on us. They didn't have a compelling reason to do so. No one had ever taken the time to explain it. And without that reason, the logical thing was to join for the least outlay possible. Hey, I get that, right? I hope that by going through this in this amount of detail, I've shown you that the reasoning behind getting one of the larger enrollment packs and why doing it will multiply the results of every little bit of effort that you expend in your new ASEA enterprise. I'll tell you what I do. I strongly encourage every new person who joins ASEA with the goal of building a business to buy at least a business pack. And if they can do it, an entrepreneur pack. Not because it's better for me, although I must say the fast start bonuses for the sponsor on enrollment packs are substantial, but because it's way more profitable for them, the person getting started, and ongoingly for everyone in their team enrolling after them. So we've talked about the principles. Let's have a look at the actual numbers. We're going to look at a number of different aspects of business activity as you get started and the bonuses involved over your first 14 weeks in ASEA. In this example, we're assuming that each new enrollee is buying a business pack and going on an auto ship of one case of ASEA supplement per month. To keep things simpler, I haven't included the auto ship orders or that volume, as I said, to keep it simple, but let's just say it will add extra commissions every single month in your business. And of course, this is a projection only. Life never works out as neat as in the following tables, but it will show you the effect of multiplication, which is one of the main factors that gives us leverage in our ASEA business model. And the different colors used will allow us to distinguish how each cycle of new enrollments into your business generates bonuses. We are going to look at this progression in 2-week cycles. This is because each person enrolling 2 people in their first 2 weeks is the basic building block of this business and allows the new associate to achieve their very first and significant milestone, the director bonus. We're then looking at each person enrolling 2 associates each month for 3 months. So as you can see in the diagram, the first 2 weeks in the business sees you introducing your first 2 associates. This gains you $50 director bonus and $160 fast start bonus on these 2 people buying a business pack also, just as you did, resulting in a total commission for you of $250 for that period. In week 3 and 4, your first 2 associates in turn enroll their first 2 associates. During those 2 weeks, you will not receive a fast start bonus, but you will receive team commissions totaling $80. In week 5 and 6, you will again receive the fast start bonuses from the sales volume of the 2 new personally enrolled associates. And you will receive team commissions from the sales volume of 2 generations of associates, your personals and your personals' personals. Your total commissions now jump to $400 for this period. In weeks 7 and 8, we can see the numbers again increasing. During this time, there is you and your 6 team members all going to work, talking to people, and the sales volume is starting to grow significantly, reaching 4,800 during this 2-week period. Again, your income is coming from team commissions alone, as you did not recruit anyone personally during this time. Again, the pattern of growth continues with even higher team commissions coming from the combined work of 16 associates, giving you a total of $960. Week 11 and 12 see you enrolling your 5th and 6th associates yourself with business packs. The $160 fast start bonus is now dwarfed by your team commissions, which for the fortnight come to $2,000 and a total commission of $2,160. And at the end of our 14 weeks, we see the end result of consistent effort along with a very clear strategy of duplication. That is, you earn a total of $8,330 with your team members coming along in similar fashion behind you, and each person doing basically the same thing, enrolling 6 people over a 12-week period and assisting their team members to do the same. Here we see the reason that people get so excited by the maths of network marketing. Again, I want to stress that we well know that life is nowhere as neat or orderly as this. Not everyone will enroll exactly 6 people in 12 weeks, but you know what? Some people will do much more. Now, as we said at the beginning of this video, you're watching this because you've chosen as your initial direction to go towards a full-time income in ASEA. which roughly correlates as a strategy to buying the business pack. As an exercise in imagination and maybe also to inspire you, I want to show you the numbers for the other enrollment packs, that is the personal pack and the entrepreneur pack. Keep in mind that the only thing that changes between these three different examples is that you're going to recommend, even to the other part-timers that join with you, especially a business pack and maybe even an entrepreneur pack. Everything else, especially the number of personally sponsored per month per person, remains exactly the same. Just to recap, here are the totals for your volume and total income after 14 weeks if you and everyone else that joins you buys the personal pack. In this second illustration, the only difference is that everyone buys a business pack. These are the numbers we showed you earlier. Not surprisingly, your income for the same amount of work increases by about 2.5 times when everyone chooses a business pack over a personal pack. And when your business strategy is based on the entrepreneur pack, your leverage is extraordinary, with a total income 7 times that achievable when the model is based on a personal pack. What's really exciting is that this is not some weird, strange theory that I dreamed up yesterday. We actually have several precedents for this, the closest one to me being Mr. Leland Duck. Leland is a Texan. He and his wife live just outside of Dallas. He has a ranch. He's also been involved in the sales of medical equipment over the years. Now, a few years ago, Leland was struck down by a mystery illness. He woke up one morning and was virtually paralyzed. Let's just say introducing ASEA into his life had profound effects. And you can actually see more of that story by watching the new Redox Breakthrough video that's recently been created by ASEA Corporate. Anyway, here's what's relevant to our topic. Leland already understood the principle of leverage. And because of that, he basically set a standard for his new business that anyone that joined his team with a view of building a business needed to purchase at least 8 cases of ASEA. That's roughly in the middle between the commitment for the business pack and for the entrepreneur pack. Anyway, as you can probably imagine, Leland combined this strategy with a really, really great work ethic and sharing this message of ASEA with many people many times a day. But with a combination of vision, a great work ethic, as I mentioned, and this 8-pack strategy of his, Leland won big time. He reached the rank of diamond and an annual multiple 6-figure income in only 14 weeks. One of the fastest ever done in ASEA. This was a simple yet very powerful strategy. Here's a short clip of Leland explaining why you should get a bigger enrollment pack.
Good morning, this is Leland Duck. I'm Triple Diamond Executive with ASEA. Just wanted to talk to you this morning a little teaching about enrolling people in your business at a higher level. You can grow a much faster business like I have. I think a lot of times people are afraid to ask for the bigger level, and I don't want you to be afraid to ask for it, because when you ask for it with confidence, you're really setting those people up for success. For example, if you put them on and they get their own account and they come on at the entrepreneur level, when you do that, there's multiple benefits that you do not get at the smaller packets. I think the number one advantage for coming in at that level, especially if you've come in at that level, is to say, this is what I did, because most people will ask you, what did you do? And you're going to tell them, I either came in at this level or I came in at the top. If you come in at the top, I found that a lot of times people will follow you as the leader and do what you do. If you come in at the bottom and you wish that you hadn't come in at the bottom, that you wish you had come in at a bigger package once you got on the product and saw how great it was, you missed out on that one-time chance to discount your product. The only time they discount you is when you enroll. If the company says 15% of the people see results in a week, half of the people in the first month, but 90% in 90 days. So if we know that's the numbers, we want to encourage our people to make a commitment for 90 days, because 90% success rate. So you want to encourage them to buy 90 days worth of product so they can save money than buying it each month and paying more in the long run. So that's what I've done. It works well. Sometimes people are afraid to ask for the big order. I've talked to people at some of the meetings I do, and one of the associates will say, well, I think they're going to come in at the low package, but they wanted to talk to you. I'll sit down with them and show them all of these benefits. And a lot of times they'll say, well, then that's what I want to do. If they don't understand the benefits, there's no reason for them to come in at a higher package. So I want each of you as associates to really understand what these entrepreneur packages are. If not the entrepreneur pack, the business pack. That's half of the level of the entrepreneur pack. So this is a great package. And if you're not doing that, you might want to try. You know, signing one person up at the top level like that is like signing 10 people up at the lower level. It's a lot less work. You grow your business quicker and you set them up for success. So don't be embarrassed to ask for that big order. Be confident about your products and what they're going to do for them, and that you really want them to understand this is the best package if they can afford it. If they can't, then say, well, why don't we try the business pack that's half of that amount? A lot of times they'll come in at that level. But I always start high and go down low. But the key is to get them on the product, let them have a product experience like I did. I see it every week. Once they have a product experience, they want to get it on the product. So just encourage them to maybe save more money up front, be a good leader to them. And I think that you will like it a lot better. You'll see a better response, but they see that you're confident too in what this product can do for them. So thank you for allowing me to share this with you tonight. I want you to encourage practice in that every day from this point on. I think you'll grow your business quicker and your people will see that you're trying to set them up for success. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
So we want that sort of leverage for our team. And along with excellent tools, a curriculum of training that's second to none, we want you to have the chance to have a financial breakthrough that Leyland and so many other ASEA associates have already achieved. Just before we go, I want to restate this principle for you very clearly. I believe that as a generalized principle, the bigger the enrollment pack that you buy, the more likely you are to succeed and for your ASEA business to achieve maximum profitability. Here are the reasons. 1, whatever pack you buy becomes your personal template to be duplicated by your team members joining after you. This is definitely not a hard and fast rule, but at the very least, I can say with certainty from my experience that your ability to recommend the enrollment packs as a non-salesperson will be capped at whatever pack you purchase. 2, the more you invest into your business when you start, the more likely you are to stick around long enough to see success. We often say that one of the best things about network marketing is that it's so inexpensive to get started, but this is also its Achilles heel. We all have to overcome our own emotional roller coaster that is part of the journey. And if, say, just a couple of $100 for a personal pack is the level of your investment, the pain of growth can make giving up and throwing away that money seem like a mighty fine idea. So having some skin in the game, or sometimes we refer to it as hurt money, increases your stickability quite dramatically. 3, you will need some stock, some for your own use and the use of your family, and some to provide to your new enrollees so that they can start on the product immediately, not wait for 3 to 5 days for the first shipment to arrive. Obviously, this is relevant if you have a new enrollee within driving distance of your home. Anyway, when it does arrive, they can replace the case that they borrowed back to you. And thus lag time is reduced and the business cycle is sped up for everyone. You know, in all my time with ASEA, over 5.5 years, I never had a single associate say to me that they regretted buying too much product. But I've often heard the lament, if only I realized the advantages of getting a business pack or an entrepreneur pack, I would have gotten that for sure. So that is the spirit in which we wanted to make and share this video with you so that you could make a decision based on all the information and certainly to avoid possible regret. Remember, the whole point in doing business using the network marketing model is that we're looking to achieve leverage, something almost completely unavailable to anybody on a wage. The definition of leverage is to achieve more with less. And in our ASEA businesses, we do that through multiplying our efforts, not through addition. The enrollment pack issue is a perfect illustration of this principle. When everybody buys a bigger pack, it's the same amount of work for a much more profitable outcome for everybody. With that, I will sign off so that you can get on with registering and getting your business started. Please remember that we, your support team, are here to help you as much as we can, and we really look forward to hearing from you. We always say you're meant to be in business for yourself, not by yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I personally look forward to talking with you very soon. Bye-bye.